Episode 72, will these comics make good film and television shows? Let's find out. We have Titans, we have Ultimate Spider-Man, and we have Batman, Superman, World's Finest. These only come out today, so you're getting the first look. Let's check it out. First look. Let's check it. First look. Let's out. First look. All right, thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel. If it's your first time, say hello. And thank you so much for spending time with me and my rants on comics and movies and board games. And we're going to be checking out these comics today and getting a reaction to the stories and whether they would make good film and television shows. I am your host, Frank Zanca. I'm an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer. And if you're looking for the stuff that I've written, check it out. We are now in late pledge for Lords of L.A., my vampire mob set in 1950s Hollywood, with guest star Marilyn Monroe. So check it out. We have the description below, has the link in it. If you can give something, that would be amazing. I have about 10 pages of art left. We were successful on Kickstarter, but it just didn't give me enough to complete everything, so I would love to not come out of my pocket. So if you can support it, please do. Again, the link is in the description below. Let's jump right into Titans, written by Tom Taylor, who is hit and miss for me. I actually dropped Nightwing because the boy just... And finally he's getting taken off the title, thank God, so we can get somebody else in the Nightwing. But anyway, so I guess I didn't collect any of Beast World. So this is Raven has her regular self trapped in a crystal, the crystal that was once on her head. So she gets summoned to hell. There we have Trigon waiting for her. Hello, daughter, you're kind of small. And we get to see Raven inside the crystal, and she's like, let me out. And he's like, hell no, we're going to go take over the world, finally. What are we going to do today, Brain? Well, same thing we do every day. We're going to attempt to take over the world. But anyway, I didn't collect any of the Beast World stuff. I just wasn't interested. But it's interesting, too, that they have the Hall of Order instead of the Hall of Justice. What's going on there? I don't know. I'm confused by that. But I guess Nightwing's sister that he didn't know he had and Sergeant Steele are on this talk show explaining, why the Titans should be or should not be trusted to protect anything. And so we have Cyborg and them watching the television, and he's like, we don't have to watch this. I'm basically a walking, talking remote control. I can change the channel without having a remote. I'm not sure if that's really a positive. I don't know. Hey, what do? I'm a walking, talking remote control for your television. So they find out from Oracle that there's a big storm coming. So they don't fight, bad guys anymore. They fight hurricanes and storms. So they go down to Florida in their new shiny plane they just got from Let's Make a Deal. What's behind curtain number one? Whoa, we got this nice plane. But anyway, so we have Boom Tube City over here. Cyborg uses his remote control abilities to open up a boom tube. So basically they can teleport. It's almost like going at light speed, I guess, but around the world. So they come out and they make a plan on, how we're going to divide everybody up and how we're going to save people that are kind of on their roofs. And I like this part because, I like Aquaman and stuff like that. But all of the ships are in major trouble from the storm, and all of a sudden the sea gets calm, and Tempest is there to save them, which I like, especially after they made him evil in the last one. So then we have Beast Boy goes up to save people, and he's not met with a lot of positive reinforcement here. He's met with a baseball bat to the head. Sorry. did I come into the wrong building? We got the Louisville Slugger right here, and Raven is kind of playing it off like she is still a good guy, which we get to talk about in a few seconds. But the Flash comes up, and he's like, "Yeah, just don't worry about it, man. I'll take it to the brain. It's okay." He says, "I understand." And Trigon himself says, "Why are you playing the good guy?" And she's like, "Because there's so much power in the Titans, and if we can turn them all to the dark side." He's like, "Yeah, okay, I can buy that." And then we get some kind of a shadow creature that, he's got going on. I like the setup. I'm tired of them fighting, natural disasters at this point. This is not the first time. They went to the forest at another time to save the trees, so it's just like, can we get on with it here? But anything with Tom Taylor is a forever setup. He sets up shit forever, and he just never pays it off. So I'm kind of hoping that we can, move along. I mean, Heartless has been around in Nightwing as a baddie for years. not even a year. Years. And when Nightwing is yet to catch him, or even try. So I kind of hope he pays this whole thing with Raven off without taking it over and over and over again. So I like the story so far. Let's see if he actually progresses it. Okay, so we have Ultimate Spider-Man number 2. This is the continuation of number 1. That's why it's called number 2. Not because it has to make a duty. So in the last issue, we had Peter not having any powers. He and Mary Jane are married with 2 children. And he does not have his powers because the Maker, which is the evil... this is like a soap opera. The evil Reed Richards changed time so that there was no superheroes or anything to that effect. So we have February, which it just happens to be right now. So he's given the Spider and a costume by Tony Stark, but not in reality. He's just a hologram, and he has basically just teleported that stuff to his apartment. And he decides that he knew that something was missing from his self and his personality and his life, so he decides to have the spider bite him, and he becomes Spider-Man. And now he's already taking pictures of himself and selling them to the Daily Bugle. And Mary Jane's like, "You've been working out?" He's like, "Yeah, a little, because the spider bite, boosted his strength." So, but anyway, his daughter is saying that Spider-Man is scary and all this stuff. And I think that the suit is nano, is what I think. And he hasn't changed it. So I think because the daughter is saying that he's scary, he's going to go ahead and change it to the regular colors. He just hasn't done it yet. It's just black with no logo or anything on it. So he goes to stop... we get this part first where he gets thrown a thing, and he basically is saying that, he can take a lot of damage. He can take a beating. So then we get this big, long scene in the sauna with J. Jonah Jameson and Ben Parker, who is alive now because May is killed and Ben is not. And they both walked out of the Daily Bugle because they worked together, and Ben was actually in a position above J. Jonah, and they decide that they're going to make their own business. So this whole thing is about the fact that the Bugle is covering something up, and etc. And the whole thing with it's about what's going on with Fisk, and this thing goes on a little bit longer. Like this, the little bit of dialogue in here could have been in the page previous. This whole page is irrelevant. Really, it goes on too long. So anyway, then we get into Spider-Man running around, and he runs into this world's version of the Shocker. And the Shocker says, oh my God, I'm glad you're here. I was about to break in, but now that you're here, I'm not going to. You've saved my life, etc. So he just goes on and on like a bleeding heart. And he says, let's just shake on it. And I can't believe he fell for this. So, of course, he electrocutes him and tosses him into a dumpster. Since when did Peter become stupid? I don't know. And this is why I think it's nano, is because look at it just comes off his mouth when he's eating. And his daughter comes in and, she's kind of flabbergasted by the whole thing. And he's like, no, it's me. Don't worry. You don't have to be scared, etc. But let's keep this as a secret from Mommy. Don't tell Mommy. And then we get this scene with Fisk in it where he's making deals with these guys. And Fisk almost seems like he's hasn't risen to power yet. He's still working for these other guys. So I think that's going to be, part of this thing going on, is that he's going to rise to power. So anyway, he's out running around again, trying to find Shocker so he can make up for what he did. And so the battle doesn't go well again. But he does say, and I think this is part of what Hickman's trying to do, is that he's 20 years removed from the superheroing, so they want him to bungle. And he's bungling. And again, Shocker says, don't hit me. And he knocks him into the thing again. So he escapes again, and Green Goblin is there, but we have no inkling of that character yet. So, and he says, I can't believe I fell for this shit twice. And his daughter has, drawn him a spider, and that says why I think that they're going to, he's going to change the costume up and stuff like that. And then Fisk is going to be in the next issue. So this is excellent. I'm a purist when it comes to some of these things about, the origin stories, etc. But it's kind of like Batman, where we've seen the origin story so many times that I'm almost to the point where I'm like, yeah, let's do an alternate version of Spider-Man and have an alternate, origin story, which is technically not different. He still gets, stung by the radioactive spider. But at the same time, we're seeing it from a different angle. He's bungling it as an older man. He's got a family now to deal with. So he can't be as cavalier as he normally is. So we're getting a different type of Spider-Man, which I like. I like, seeing it's like a what if situation here. What if, he doesn't get his powers till he's a family man. And, that changes the dynamic completely. Because not only does he have Aunt May to deal, she was really the only one, and then Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy, but this is on a whole other level. So they're not a girlfriend situation. It's, somebody that he is given vows to, in one way or another. I think that's great. And it's been very compelling so far. It's funny to see him fall on his ass and get... Give me a handshake. Stupid. Oh my God. Alright, I'm not falling for that one again. He does anyway. Good stuff. Anyway, I'm really enjoying that one. And I'm waiting to see where they want to go with it, because there's no direct path now. Because you could do whatever, because you're just making up your own world. So enjoying that one. So let's jump into the last one for today. This is A World's Finest with Batman Superman. This is the continuation of Mark Waid's Kingdom Come, where we had David, who was on, they called him the Thunder Boy, Thunder Man, whatever. and he accidentally crashes in the universe where Batman Superman is, and they send him back, but he gets mentored by this villain named Gog, and when they come to check on him, they get attacked, they get thrown in prison, and all this stuff's going on, and he then becomes Magog. So he's almost like a tribute to it, like Galactus, so a herald, I guess you would call it. So they open a boom tube, and here comes Darkseid. So now they're about to fight Darkseid. So there's two versions of Superman, there's two versions of Batman, and then there's the whole Kingdom Come Justice League. Okay? So, and Darkseid's the big baddie for this issue, and they all try to attack him, and there it looks like there's 4 Supermans, but really it's only 2 moving fast. So he's like, I'll hold him off. You guys figure some stuff out, how to get him out of here. And he zaps them with the Omega Blast, and Superman is pretty much out of the fight right off the bat. He's just smacking people right and left, and Diana and Hal attack him, and he just destroys their weapons without even trying. And he's going after whatever's in Gog's head is what he needs to complete, like the anti-life equation or whatever. David, who's now Magog, he's one that's that gold headdress there. He's trying to figure out what to do, and he kind of makes a wrong decision. And he's like, look, you want whatever's in Gog? Well, I'll tell you what. There is no Gog. I'm going to get him. So he does. He destroys Gog with the powers that he was given by Gog. And Darkseid's like, okay, I'll see you later. And he just walks away. Back into the boom tube and back to Apocalypse, and he's gone. That's the whole fight. The fight's like, he's like, you didn't win. That's what he just says. He says when he's walking out, you didn't win. It's just, I didn't win this time. And it's pretty interesting. So anyway, everybody looks at him because they judge him for committing murder, which he does. And Batman especially and Superman say, well, there was a third option. We just hadn't figured it out yet. There was another option. We had a whole bunch of heroes coming. All we had to do was buy time. And not that I don't think that would have helped, but even Wonder Woman and Hal turned their back on him, and he's like, you know what? Screw you all. Screw you all. I made the right decision. And they're like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. So they go to the cemetery before they kind of head off back to their universe, and they see Spectre, and Spectre tells them the story of Kingdom Come. That Superman, feels that he is not relevant anymore and kind of leaves everything to the new heroes, which is what happens in Kingdom Come. But Magog is the full villain in that, and it shows, that's the Kingdom Come universe there, where Billy and Clark were fighting, and he kept saying Shazam and stuff like that. That was some pretty good stuff. Before they leave, they see David. He's feeling judged and stuff like that. And they make him feel all warm and fuzzy. He's like, we love you, don't worry. People make mistakes about committing murder, but don't worry. Don't worry about it. And then he changes his own story. So now there's no villain in Kingdom Come anymore. So he's basically retconned Kingdom Come. Doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. He didn't put everything back the way it was supposed to be, that's for sure. He made the bad guy a good guy. So I don't know why he would do that. He retconned it. I don't know. I don't understand it. I like the whole thing with Darkseid, but I don't know. This was not really satisfying as far as I'm concerned. I think he just wanted to revisit the world, but didn't know what to do with it, and this was his answer to it. So it was okay. Had its moments, but I don't think that retconning it was the right thing to do. I'd rather just see a Kingdom Come story. It's a really good story, and there's no reason to play with it as far as I'm concerned. Ultimate Spider-Man. I would love to see a movie on this. It would be awesome. Titans. I like. Not that we've never seen Raven evil, but it's good to see her evil and see what we're going to go with here with her and Trigon plotting. I like it. All right, so that's it. And again, these comics come out today. I'm actually recording this the night before, but I won't be released till the. Actually, they'll be released on Tuesday. It's not coming out till Wednesday. So yeah, you'll get to see this before they even come out. So anyway, yeah, that's it for me. And thank you guys so much for watching and spending time with me. And we'll also, if you can pledge to Lords of LA, my vampire mob set in 1950s for late pledge, that would be amazing. The link for Fund My Comic is in the description below. If you can click on that. And the digital stuff is only $7. It's not expensive. So yeah, if you can help me out with the last few pages, that would be awesome. And yeah, the artwork's good, and we have plenty of blood, sex, and violence, and it's a mature book, and I think you guys will have a lot of fun with it. Also, I've been, as you know, if you watch my other videos, Mark Spears and I, he does Spawn covers and Power Ranger covers, etc. He and I are teaming up to do a classic Monsters card game. But I didn't know, I've been working on this game for about 3 years, and I didn't know that a Steam game called Riftstorm had come out, so now I have to change the name. So I've been playing with some stuff, and I think we're settling on Myth Lords. I don't know what it is with me and Lords, but it kind of ends up in my names. But we played with like 20 different names, and I think everybody kind of settled up on Myth Lords. So yeah, exciting stuff, and so check that out as well. I've been play testing it, and I am going to eventually put a link in the description for you guys to be able to sign up for when we launch in April. All right, thank you guys again so much for spending time with me, and check out my other videos as well, and you guys have a great week. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.